Hello everyone. So today what we're going to be looking at is we're going to look at the tap and hold again, but looking at like layers instead of just like plain single keys. So in the previous time we had to look at tap hold for like having two different keys. The Space Cadet was essentially tap and hold with a modifier instead. Well, now this time we're going to be looking at tap for a single character and then hold to switch layers. So let's go into the program and go and have a look. So let's go into again the VS Code and the BlueMicro BLE firmware. If you remember, we were looking at the 4x4 tutorial. The keyboard we have here today is the 4x4 platform. So this is the hardware configuration. And then in the key maps, now we're going to add one extra. So we're going to go one new folder here, and we're going to go tap, hold, but layers this time. Okay. We're going to take the Space Cadet example because it's another tap and hold. So we're going to take these two files as a starting point, and then we're going to paste in here. And then now we've got letter 0, letter 1, so that's good. So we're going to keep the Space Cadet as it is. So essentially, if you remember, we just have like nothing initialized at first. And then what we do is we say, here's the press, here's the tap, the hold, the single tap, the double tap, and then we load all of these up. But what we'll have to do as well is now is create another one, and I'm going to go copy, and then another one, but specifically for layer 1. And we're going to go just simple letters here just to make it very simple and distinguishable between the two. And that was my keyboard asking for battery, so I'm gonna just plug it in to slowly charge it up. Okay, so A, B, C, D, where was I? D, and then I'm gonna keep going down this way. Now this one in the layer 1, we want to have layer 1. How is it defined? It's layer _1 or layer, I think it is _1. And okay. And I'm gonna go okay. And I'm gonna just have the one layer key. Now on the press, I want nothing here, so I'm gonna go okay, A, B, C, the dot, the 0, and I'm gonna have what do I want? Let's just go with D here. Okay. So these are two presses. Now the tap, obviously for the tap we want to do something different. So the tap is going to be, what do we want here? We're going to add maybe just the, not the dot, we'll add on the tap a comma, and then we're going to want layer 1 on the hold. And again, on the hold, nothing here. And then everything else is okay. Now what we need to do is make sure that we've got the, also on the press method, the layer 1 here. And then this variable here is also layer 1 that we just created at the top right here. Okay, so let's just file, save it all, and then we're gonna go and compile everything. So this one is again the tap hold layer, semicolon before and after, so we're good. So we're gonna go and compile that. Oh yeah, so you can see right here there's an underscore with something missing. So this one is line, okay, 4027. So let's go 40, there we go. It's our C that's missing here. Okay. So save all, and then is it gonna do, yes, so you see there's a write error, you try it again, there's a permission denied, you try it again, and it works. I don't know what the issue is, and try again and it'll work. So, and sometimes it doesn't work, you just essentially close the PowerShell there and then restart the terminal and it's going to work again. So. Okay, so it's compiled. So let's just go and flash this. And let me just go to, that's the 840. There's a flash right here. Now we gotta go to the, what was that one again called? Tap hold layer. And I'm gonna be connecting this here. So let me just go and show you guys what I'm doing. Not this way, but this way. So that's the cable that charges the keyboard battery, and then I've got a different cable this time around. And then I'm gonna plug this in here. Okay. So let's go and compile. And actually this flash, so let's go for it. Okay, so now the problem that we have here is actually probably the COM port. I figured out a way. There we go, board list here. And it tells us either 26 or 33. Let's unplug my other keyboard, and then it tells us it is 33. So if I'm gonna go and flash 33, and then it's gonna flash it. And it's uploading. And then just like previously, it's gonna do the bootloader for 30 seconds, and then the firmware. I'll come back whenever it's done. Okay, we're done. So now let's go and have a look at, I gotta find a place to bring it. So this is the tester. So let's bring that over here. So remember the tester for the QMK, but it's very useful. So, and let me just share. Okay, so we got everything here. Let's just validate that it is connected. Let me just show it here. So yeah, the LED that you can see here is pretty low. That's the one that I'm like my 60% I'm using right now. And then the platform is connected, so we're good. So let's go and try it out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tap is just plain comma, as we were mentioning. But then if we just hold, and then A, B, C, D, E, F. So we're actually working fine. And then if I just go tap again, we've got our comma. So I just kind of showed you how to set up the functionality for a tap for a key press and hold for switching layers. So that's pretty useful functionality for very small keyboards like the Gherkin, for example, or even some 40% where you may want to have, for example, maybe a halt or a modifier in a specific key, and then just if you tap it, it's something else, or a layer. So if you want to have a layer to kind of like have maybe arrows hidden somewhere, and then you just have tap for example, a tab would be a good example. So that would be a good example to like access like a hidden layer somewhere. So we've actually shown that it actually works pretty well, and it works fine. So let's complete it for this one, and then I'll just post that as a new tutorial into the firmware, into a specific key map, and then we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.